Okay, Ithamiksistiko, good day. It is a chilly Monday afternoon, October 1st, 2018, in the latter half of the lunar cycle Awakatsiki, the deer moon. And it's just 4 degrees out here at Spopikami right now at 4 in the afternoon at the hottest part of the day. And yeah, it's been a pretty cold one. I've been busy this whole round, and I figured I might as well record a quick little video as an update to what I've been doing. Woke up this morning, and to my surprise I didn't have any skunk calls immediately. So once dawn broke, I got out into the backyard, and because things are freezing, I need to hustle and take everything in out of the garden. So yesterday I pulled all the pumpkins and squash, and we had quite a few of them. Spaghetti squash and pumpkins. The best of the pumpkins I gave away to my nieces and nephews. Mahoney and I gave them away yesterday, but we still got several left that we're probably going to make pumpkin pie out of ultimately. So those will have to be roasted down. Filled the pantry with a bunch of the spaghetti squash. And then this morning I got outside and started ripping the vines out of the garden to put them in the compost. Had quite a few things still growing in there, and I still have to get some of them out of there. But I cleared the above ground vegetation today, mostly the pumpkin vines, potato vegetation, some of the old kale, corn stalks. There's still a lot to eat in there. I did pull some potatoes, the ones that basically came out with the tops as I was pulling them. I don't want to leave them laying on the ground because then they'll get bad. So I took those ones. I also had some yellow onions in there, so I took some of the yellow onions out already, and I'll have to take the other ones that are out in the ground. I'll have to take them out pretty quick too. Still berries. Raspberries. I've got some currants. The currants are really sweet. I mean, just really nice right now after having the cold blast hit them. Even had a little bit of tobacco. I thought I'd pulled all the tobacco out a few weeks ago. This is the traditional tobacco with the seeds that came from the beaver bundle. So, but this little one was still just hiding in there, hiding amidst the vines. Tried to grow corn, but I'm never really good with corn, so I got these little wannabe ears, not many kernels on them. And then there is this bean that I've been growing for generations now, several generations through. I don't even know what it's called, but I always grow it every year, and I keep some of the beans to grow another crop, the next year. So yeah, my morning was filled with pulling all of that stuff out of the garden. It's about an hour's worth of work or something in the cold. And then by then I did have a skunk call. So I went on the north side. It's another one of the ones from the Hardyville area at that residence out there. So I brought that skunk to the Alexander Wilderness Park. Did the release out there. And then from there I went to go visit another Northside residence where the resident messaged me through Facebook and said, if I want some of her grapes, she grows grapes in her backyard, I'm welcome to come and harvest. This is the second year that she's offered those to me, and last year, she was wanting me to wait for the first frost so that the grapes would be just at their peak. But then we got a really harsh first freeze last year, and it just ruined them, just ruined the grapes. So nobody got any good grapes last year. But today I went with a bucket and just harvested a whole bucket full. So probably that's going to go into making grape jelly or something of the sort. And then went back home. I had about an hour before my next gig, so I went home and took that hour, spent it in the garage gym, lifting some weights and stuff, and playing a little bit with my new top and bottom bag. And then that hour passed fairly quickly, and I had to get myself back down here for the pond. I took a group of post-secondary students around Spokane here and told them some stories and talked about my learning experiences out here. So that's been my day thus far. Haven't had an opportunity yet to go through and talk to any veterinarians, although I'm headed up the hill right now. Maybe I'll stop at the one veterinary clinic where I know the vet there did some work with rattlesnakes, surgically in putting in pit tags during a research project here some years back. So maybe I'll stop there and inquire a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know what else I'm going to have going on this afternoon or this evening. This may be kind of the sum of it for me today. Charlie's still, looking the same from yesterday and the day before, doing pretty good as far as energy and activity and everything goes. I think he's got good chances. I'll get the vet's opinion as to whether or not we should consider amputating or doing anything else at the cloaca where there appears to be some injury. Other than that, yeah, I think this has been pretty much my round, unless some very curious thing goes on with the wildlife. It was funny when we were walking with just a little bit ago with the students, when I was coming around the bend there was a neonate garter snake that crossed our path. Pretty cold for those guys to still be out, but there it was. So surprise, surprise. Otherwise though, I think it's most of the snakes will have gone under already, and yeah, our winter season is closing in quickly. All right, we are rolling into day 2 with this video, obviously. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. Still in the lunar cycle Awakatsikitsum, and I have just returned Charlie to his enclosure, which has been sterilized because Charlie's been to see the vet. After I was down at the pond yesterday, I stopped by the Highlands Vet Hospital here on the west side of Lethbridge and left a message about this case for Dr. Rod McFarlane. This morning he gave me a call. He used to work with rattlesnakes when Reg Ernst was running the program, the guy who started this rattlesnake mitigation program and handed it off to me. He used to help Reg put electronic tags, pit tags and stuff in them. So he was actually very excited to help Charlie and to do it pro bono. So this morning I brought Charlie in and we had a little surgery. Hopefully Charlie's snake here will be calm.
He's a good sized boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not a shrimp.
No.
Sorry, I'm going to video for my husband because this will just be so entertaining.
Good job. Those tubes are the answer, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, they're so easy to. It's so easy to work with snakes.
For sure. All right. Yeah, that'll be an easy fix for sure. 'Cause, 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 'cause Okay.
Yeah, we tried to gas the last one, and he never would go under. That was just a little guy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
It takes a long time.
does eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it can take up to 10 minutes to get them completely nested. They breathe really slow when they're taking in the gases they don't like.
Right. Oh, I
Turn
bet.
everything way down.
Yeah, they could slow their lungs. Yeah, he's healthy, active, really. All his senses are there. Most of the time when I see this, they're halfway to dead already, with the infection.
Let's clean that up a little bit. Yeah.
How does that happen?
This actually happens post-copulation usually.
Is that what causes it? Yeah, I was wondering if they just get stuck out. Yeah.
They do, because they get engorged, right?
Right.
They go like.
Oh no, I've picked up mating couples and they're stuck together.
Yeah.
You can lift one by the other if you
Yeah.
want to cause them that grief, but yeah, that makes sense. I originally thought maybe they were getting hit by mountain bikes or something, but there's like one or two a year. It's too many. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think you'd see it.
Yeah.
With
Right.
other injuries.
You can take this hand and just hold that part right like that. Perfect.
I can hold something if you want.
It's the hand, but you don't want the
Yeah,
head.
you don't want to hold the bitey in.
Need some needle druthers.
Oh, you're doing good, Charlie.
What name is
Call him Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah.
I think we have spare ones.
Yeah.
Very It's fine.
Oh yeah, he's letting go a bit.
Get rid of as much of the crusting here as I can and get down to the soft tissue so this suture
Right.
catches nice and firm in the soft tissue it needs to be. Also always have to double ligate these guys because they're just they're so vascular.
Yeah, he's a strong snake. Just all muscle.
Yep.
You're into live tissue.
There we go.
Good, Charlie. Don't get panicky, Charlie. We'll be done here pretty quick.
That's right. But the rest of that should come just fine, Ryan. It's going to take a while for that swelling to go down, that cloaca to start to look normal again. But
Yeah.
that should do the trick. I'm going to put a little bit of salve on that. Is there that cup. Yep. Please. Just a little bit of antibiotic and. Good.
That's a good question. I have this just a regular polysporin
Yeah.
in my vehicle that I sometimes will put on them if I pick them up and they got some little
Yeah,
cut
you
or
bet.
something.
You bet.
That's okay to use.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Well, there you go, Charlie.
All right, buddy. All right, so that's how things kicked off this morning. All good news for Charlie. I'm gonna show you his vent when he's ready to let it be seen, basically. I think right now I'm just gonna leave him alone today, let him kind of relax from the trauma, calm down, nap a little bit, hopefully. And yeah, his vent is swollen. You know, it is swollen and a little, you know, obviously a little bit injured. It just had his penis cut off. But but it should go back. It should the swelling should reduce and it should heal right up. So probably I'm thinking I'm not going to feed him. And I took the moss out of his enclosure. Even though he loved playing in that moss, covering himself up and stuff, I took that out, replaced it with a kind of a puppy pad so it would be at least semi sterile, you know, and the swollen cloaca wouldn't get anything nasty in there. So you'll just have to live in that whiteness for a bit. But yeah, I'll show you Charlie when he goes, if he goes tree climbing or something like that, I'll put a camera on him and let you see the results after the surgery here. The rest of my day, I'm not sure what's all going to be in store. I have only one thing on my schedule, and that is to do a walk and talk for a group of education students from the University of Lethbridge down at the wetlands this evening. So they're supposed to meet me at 5 o'clock and go with me for 3 hours, although we're probably only going to have like an hour and a half of daylight, so I don't know how this is going to all work out. It's also pretty cold today, overnight, and this morning we've had a little snow. Our first kind of sticky snow for the season. It's not much of it or anything. It continues to lightly drop, but even though there's not much, it is a phenological event of note. You know, a lot of times we don't really get our first significant snow till just about Halloween, if not Halloween exactly. Not that this is very significant snow, but this is a little bit early, and we are still in the last summer moon. So, any case, between now and my class, I'm probably going to stick around the house here, do some domestic chores, some cleaning after my zookeeping, and maybe get a little bit more work done on the floors. We'll see. I've got some prep work to do for my class for tomorrow, and I need to get in a workout in the gym, in the garage gym at some point. So all of that's going to fill in the day, but you never know what else could happen. And yeah, like I say, if I see Charlie up and about and showing off that that part of his body, I'll let you guys see it as well. Okay, it is time to give away the October mystery box to one lucky subscriber who entered the draw every month for, I think this is the 3rd or 4th month now. I've been giving away at the beginning of the month, doing a draw to give away one box full of mystery content to one subscriber. And the way that you get into this draw is you comment on this video only, and say that you want to be entered into the November draw. And then the November draw, you will be entered. So this month we didn't have nearly as many entries as last, and because last was prefaced on one of the viral videos and people, all the new subscribers from the viral video jumping in on the draw. So this month we just have 59 people who have entered the draw. I've printed them off, numbered them off, 1 to 59. So the way that we're going to do it is Mahoney is going to roll a 6-sided dice to start. That is going to determine 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, and 51 to 59. That'll be the 1 to 6. And then, once that's decided, then we'll use a 10-sided dice to get the winner in that group of 10. And then, when we're done with the draw, we're going to do a unboxing video to show you what's in here. But whoever won, I would highly recommend you just not watch after that point. All right. So first, with the 6-sided dice.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. So somebody in the numbers 51 to 59 is going to be our winner. So, all right, 51 to 59. So we're going to do the 10-sided dice, and we'll say the 0 doesn't count. So it's just the 1 to 9 that's going to count for whoever number 51 to 59 is. All right, let's roll it. One-handed roller. Yeah, the number 8. And so let's go to our list of commenters. Find number 58. It is Tanya. So Tanya, you have won the mystery box. It's gonna come in an old creepy crate box, and I need you to send me your shipping information. So you can do that via messages. I don't know if Facebook is still doing, or YouTube is still doing the messages, but Facebook does. You can get me on the Rattlesnakes of Lethbridge Facebook page, or on my own Facebook page. Just shoot me a message with your shipping information, and I will send this box out to you. The first component of this box is going to be your lucky 10-sided dice that you just won off of. All right? So that's your lucky dice now. That will be going into the box. So we're going to look at what's else in the box, and like I said, it's really a lot more fun getting a box when you don't know what's in it. So I would recommend, Tanya, you turn this off now. But for everybody else that wants to know what's in the box, I'm going to show what's in the box.
Stinky shirt.
Hey, now that is not a stinky shirt. What that is a
Smells
homemade,
like garlic.
It's a homemade Rattlesnakes of Lethbridge t-shirt with additional garlic and skunk smell.
Yeah.
Those are features. Those are like legitimate, you know,
Ryan smells.
real smells of
That's what Ryan smells
what my
like
vehicle
every
smells
day.
like, and me. Yeah, so you get a little bit of my own like cologne on there. A la skunk and garlic.
Oh, these are nice.
Yeah, so this are fire tacks. If you watch the unboxing of the couple of boxes ago, the battle box about tracking, so these are reflective tacks that can be seen at a very long distance at night with a flashlight, used to mark whatever you want to mark with them. So there's square and rectangular tacks, and they're supposedly very highly reflective, up to 300 yards reflective,
Wow.
with just shining a little light on it or something. So those are coming. This is a jar of homemade bullberry jelly from our wild bullberries here. So this is jelly that Mahoney made, and that'll be coming to you. Remember last month we had the little bag made by one of my clients who couldn't pay for his skunk removal? Well, same client gave me a couple of other things just for that one skunk still. So I've included one of the sets in here. This is some loafers.
They look really like
Yarn knitted loafers.
kind of like cosplayish because they have this like pointed toe.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
elf shoes.
Yeah.
Eh? Elf loafers.
I really like those.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are really
pretty
nice.
They're pretty cool, and they're handmade. Handmade cool stuff in here, not just all hard commercial stuff.
Okay, that thing came off of the
Oh yeah.
thingy here. I don't know how to put that back on.
So this is from this month's battle box, the everyday carry battle box. This is the key ring with a special bend in it so that you can squeeze the bend and it opens up the key ring and you can loop your key in there without having to fight with your thumbnail or with a with a screwdriver or what have you. But I want to pass that one on because I'm happy with my current key ring, but I know somebody might find this to be a cool everyday carry type of a thing. And we should do this with it because this is kind of related. This can go on your keychain, and this is a little magnetic quick release for if you have a key that you normally take off and on your chain a lot. You can put that key on this ring and then clip this other part to your key ring, and then you can easily just pull it off and on with magnet, and it's strong enough that it's going to stay. You're not going to lose your key walking around, and it's shaped like a bullet. So you get it's the size of a 380. Dogs. All right. Next item. This is a multi-tool. So you have in this tool you have a hammer. Of course, you see a claw hammer. You have a little
Grabber thing.
pliers. There's a little Phillips screwdriver on the back side here, and on this other side you have what all are involved here. You have a knife blade, you have a saw slash file, you have a bottle opener slash can opener, and you have a flathead screwdriver. So it's just your basic multi-tool with some of the core stuff that you might use anytime you're mucking around with something. Dogs, enough. All right, this is cool. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to let you open it, but I'll show you what you get in here. This is a set of Eti wraps, and Eti, I did a review on them not too long ago. Well, probably a good 6 months ago. I did a review on the Eti wraps, and what it is basically a cloth wrap that uses mummy wax technology to be clingy and waterproof and such. And so you use these instead of...
Can you demonstrate on this?
Yeah, okay. So say you got something in the jar, you want to wrap it and keep it, fresh in the jar. So,
or even if this is like a half of a piece of fruit or something.
Yeah. You just take your cloth. I crinkle it up a few times to kind of activate the wax. Get things warmed up, and then I put it on top, and then I wrap it, and it clings to itself with the wax. And it clings, makes a pretty good seal, at least as good as plastic wrap. And you're not having this is reusable. You can use it many, many times. And when it's done being usable, you can cut it up and compost it. But yeah, these are cool, nifty little replacements for alternatives to disposable plastic wrap. However, you don't use them with raw meat. Can't remember. You'll have to look at the Eti website. There's a couple of things you shouldn't use it with. Basically, raw meat is the big one.
Probably like acidic things too, like oranges or grapefruits or something.
I don't know. I think I've got one like in here even.
Yeah, you have it on like a can of something, isn't it?
Fridge. No, I've got one
on the cantaloupe.
wrapped around a cantaloupe. So you can use them for all kind of. You can even just pack stuff to lunch in them. You can just wrap it like an envelope around whatever you're bringing. All right. So this came out of a creepy crate, one of Mahoney's creepy crates. This is the video My Friend Dahmer, which I think comes from a graphic novel originally. Because I've seen a graphic novel called My Friend Dahmer.
It's a movie based on Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. Serial killer movie.
Yeah.
Who's in it that we know? Anne Heche. Anne Heche is in it. We know her.
Oh, okay.
It's a crazy lady that used to be married to Ellen, right? And then there's some people that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that the rest of them.
But, yeah, Dahmer movie. And then, it's like last month, because I ordered 2 when I ordered last month's. This is a copy of one of my favorite nature books, nature writing books, called Red Tails in Love from Marie Wynne. And it takes place in New York City, in Central Park. And you'd be surprised the amount of nature and the kind of interesting things that somebody can learn in an urban environment like that. So these are the contents for our October box, and if you want to be added into the November box, you have to comment on this video and say whatever, please enter me in the box, or give me some indication that you want in. You'll be in for November. All right, thank you very much.